never wanted my YouTube channel to be political. But just so we're clear, I'm not a libertarian, and I'm not a conservative in the strictest sense of the word. I'm kind of in the middle. I call myself a conservatarian. The other definition of who I am would be a classic liberal. I think people just need to be left alone, and if they're left alone on their own fruition, they're going to do what's right for them without input from outside sources. And that outside source happens to be the government. And I do think that we need to have a structure of government. And I go way beyond thinking that the libertarian thing where we should just have government to do roads and all that other just like roads, and why do we need borders and all that crap. I don't believe that like that. I believe that we do definitely need a structure to have a civil society. But it pisses me off in this state of California. I'm in California now, and it pisses me off because you got such a nanny government here that thinks they got it all figured out, and they're trying to live everyone's life, tell you how to live. You gotta protect the environment. Now, do I think we should go out and just ransack the government? I mean, the environment? No. I have solar panels on my house. I believe in protecting the environment. I don't think you should be going out and dumping oil into everything and destroying it. I do believe in, cutting down forests because we need lumber. I believe in mining responsibly on all these things. Mining is part of what I do, what helps my job. Because if we didn't have mining, we couldn't get rocks, and if they didn't have rocks to make into cement, then I wouldn't have a job. So I'm not a hypocrite. And I believe we need to have oil. Okay, and so we need to have oil. Do I think these companies should be more responsible? Yes. Do I think there should be some legislation over them? Yes. Do I think the EPA's initial structure, the reason they made it was good? I think initially, yes, the EPA was good. But do I think the EPA is doing a good job? Oh, hell no. They are so interventionist. It's just out of control. It's just, they've got an unlimited budget and they're just out of control. But, and another side note, California is so highfalutin on their moral sense of superiority that they think they can tell their citizens all the environmental stuff. But I'll tell you right now, I bought 2 tanks of gas in Arizona. In the whole entire time I was in Arizona, I was getting 25 to 26 miles to the gallon out of my town car. I get a tank of gas in Needles, California, and start driving into California with their highly oxygenated, clean air fuel. And what do I get? Right now, getting 19.5 miles to the gallon. So not only does California charge you an arm and a leg for this crap, but they've made this stuff so clean that now I'm burning more of it. I'm burning more gas because it's clean fuel. It's just drives me crazy. And it's another example of the government meddling in our lives because they know better. And it's just, now I get to pay almost $4 a gallon for gas. That doesn't give me as much energy. So I'm getting 6 miles to the gallon worse gas mileage, and I have to pay $2 a gallon more for it. And that to me is another sign of how the government is just out of control in this state. And that's part of the reason I moved away from this hellhole. The primary reason I moved away is taxation. They raised my taxes from 7 to 13% when I lived here. And I understand that it's even higher now, but I don't keep track of it because if you want to live in this communist hellhole, it's on you. But it just tears me apart because California, in its natural unmolested state, as a state of property and land and the environment, is amazing. You cannot find a better place in all of the world to live than California by the environment that it's in. And what I mean by that is they have beautiful deserts. They have great weather. They have the San Joaquin and the Central Valleys are such an amazing place in the world that they can get like 3 and 4 growing seasons out of it. No place else in the world has that been established that I'm aware of. California can raise like 50 something major crops in this state. They have Yosemite. They have Kings Canyon National Monument, which is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. And I've been in all but the states but Hawaii. So I can't talk about Hawaii because I ain't been there. But I've been in all the states in the Union, and I've been in 3 provinces of Canada. And California is mind-blowingly gorgeous. You have the redwood forests. You have all this stuff. And if you take just that, it's heartbreaking to me to be away from California, because I used to brag to my friends, it's the only place in the world where you can be surfing on Saturday and skiing on Sunday. And I used to love that stuff. But you have this nanny, overbearing government out here that has just ruined it for so many people. And it's the classic example of if you think it's broken, or we're going to fix it till it's broken. California, up until this liberal progressive bullcrap got into full reign, it was the Golden State. My great grandmother told me she came to California for a better opportunity. And that's part of the reason I was born in California, is because my grandparents came out here to try to start a better life. And yet this progressive bullshit has gotten so out of control that it just ruined it. And now I feel my tension level just raising because I'm in the state and I have to go through that bullshit I just went through of coming into a state and having to go and be questioned because I'm not, well, where are you coming from? What right do they have to stop and ask me? I've broken no laws. I'm just driving through. And you're going to stop and say, oh, we, under the guise of some kind of they're trying to look for some bug? It's just, this stuff just drives me crazy. And it drives me even more crazy that I want to go on about cars and driving cars and I'm working on cars. I love my job. I love driving semi trucks. It's not like working, because when I go to work, it's not like, how do you say, it's not like any job I've ever had, because it doesn't feel like work. They're paying me to do what I love to do, which is travel and drive. But I won't come to California. No. Every time I've come to California in the last 7 years, well, I haven't been here for 4. The last time I came here was for a family event, and that was the last time here. But before that, the last time I was here, it was in a semi. They gave me a hellaciously huge ticket because, God forbid, I was doing 62 miles an hour in California in a semi truck, and the world will blow up. But I don't want to have a political channel, but I come into the state and I have to deal with going through that goddamn inspection station, and it just reminds me that you come into California, they want to put their foot on you and let you know you're here and you're under the watch of the government. Maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist, but that's the way I feel, that's the way I see it. And that kind of shit You know, you keep wanting to do the progressive stuff, and this progressive agenda gets any worse, and that's what's going to happen. And more, be driving along. Can I see your papers? And I don't give a crap what anyone says. The Nazism, the Nazi Party, was a fascist government, and that is socialism. The Nazis, the communists, the fascists, the true fascism, that's all socialism. And they want to be up your ass with government. And I just want to be left alone. So, I guess that's what we're going to call today the Cody rant session. Because it just pisses me off that you come into California and they got to remind you that you're coming in here and now you're under the nanny government's thumb. And it just pisses me off. So, I don't got a big channel, so this is my rant. And I don't want to do this stuff, but I had to get it off my chest. So, let me know what you think in the comments. I might do these more often. I don't know. I felt like recording a video, so I did it. Alright, well thank you. If you got this far, I appreciate you watching. Thank you.